skincare nerds, welcome back. So we need to talk about Hyram's new brand, Selfless. This review is coming a little bit late because I wasn't on his PR list, so I actually went and bought the whole launch with my own money, and I wanted to have enough time to review it properly. I want to be as unbiased as I can be and give you guys the real tea. I'm not going to focus too much on the brand mission or aesthetics. I really just want to give my fellow skincare nerds a thorough breakdown of all the products themselves, because that's what we do on this channel. So today we're going to figure out if Selfless by Hyram is right for you or not. Let's get into it. So the line launched with 5 different products, a cleanser, 3 serums, and a moisturizer. It's all fragrance-free, which is true to his brand. I know some of you are disappointed that there isn't a sunscreen in here, but that's not surprising to me at all because sunscreens are hard to get to market, y'all. They're heavily regulated and classified as an over-the-counter drug in a lot of countries, so they actually need to get approval from the regulating agencies first. Even Queen Riri, who launched Fenty Beauty with 40 shades of foundation, didn't have a sunscreen when she first launched Fenty Skin. So I'm not mad that they didn't launch with a sunscreen. So Selfless is a partnership between Hyram and the Inky List. You guys know I like the Inky List a lot. So to me, it's like The Ordinary, so it's very affordable and ingredient focused, but with like a little bit more of a natural and sustainable lean, so it totally makes sense that they partnered together. I can also really see the Hyram influence in these products with some of the ingredients. Like, I know he really likes retinol, salicylic acid, centella, green tea, and also the gentler, water-forward formulations. It really appears to me that he was very involved in the whole process. In terms of the price point, I know there's been a lot of criticism around this, but I actually agree with Dr. Dre that the pricing isn't really that expensive. Everything is $30 or less, so it's similar pricing to Kinship and First Aid Beauty. Girl, there are cleansers out there that cost $100, but I get it. $30 is not insignificant, so let's really dig into the products to see if they're worth your money or not. So let's start with the cleanser. I was actually really excited to try it out because I absolutely love cleansers, but I gotta be honest, maybe my expectations were a little bit too high because I just find it a little bit boring. Don't come for me because I'm just saying my truth. There's nothing bad that's in it, but I just think that you can get a similar cleanser from a Korean brand for less than $20. But there are some good things about it. Like, I do love the texture and I love how it feels on your skin. And I think that this could be a good cleanser for you if you do have sensitive skin. There's a hint of green tea and Centella Asiatica, so it's got a sprinkle of calming antioxidant vibes in here. And I like the glycerin, which is a great hydrating ingredient that is super underrated, and that actually makes up almost 15% of the formula. By the way, they don't list the ingredient concentrations on their packaging, but it is available on their site. I also wanted to quickly highlight that the packaging is made with sugarcane. It's recyclable and it's carbon neutral as well, so I do love that there was some real effort made to make this more sustainable. I also really like the icons on the actual tubes themselves, so there's little suns and moons here to make it really easy for you to know when you're supposed to use it. And in terms of the texture, again, I actually really like the texture a lot. So it's a watery gel and it feels almost cooling. It also foams up pretty well without sulfates, which is great. We love that, and it will take off makeup. So you're gonna feel clean, but not stripped. It doesn't leave my combo skin feeling tight at all. Overall, I think it would work best for you if you have oily, combo, balanced skin, or sensitive skin, but since it is a gel-based cleanser, I wouldn't recommend it if you have really dry skin. Since I have combo skin, it's been working really well for me as a summer cleanser, so I don't hate it, but I do wish we got a little bit more for $20. Okay, so let's move on to the 3 serums, starting with the Mandelic Acid and Rice Bran Serum, which is an exfoliating serum. Mandelic Acid is very gentle because it's got larger molecules than other AHAs, so it doesn't penetrate as quickly or as deeply, and there's 3% of it in here. But it's not the only exfoliator. There's actually a blend of exfoliating acids adding up to 6.5% of the total formula, with 2.5% gluconolactone, a PHA, another gentle exfoliator, 0.5% phytic acid, aka rice bran, and 0.5% salicylic acid. This is still a pretty gentle acid mix overall, so it is a good one to start out with if you're new to chemical exfoliation or if you have more sensitive skin. Before I show you the texture, I really wanted to talk a little bit about the packaging of these serums because it can be a little bit hard to squeeze out. And the reason for that is I think that something like this would normally be packaged in an airless pump. However, the issue with airless pumps, as I've talked about before, is that they aren't usually recyclable since they're made of mixed materials. So I like that they went with this fully recyclable tube at the end, even if it takes a couple more seconds to squeeze the product out. As for the texture, I really like it. It's pretty watery and it absorbs really well, and it doesn't sting, so it's also very, very gentle. Overall, I really like this one as a gentle exfoliator. So let's move on to the Salicylic Acid and Sea Kelp Serum. I originally thought that this was an exfoliating serum because, well, it's got salicylic acid in the name. But this only has 0.5% salicylic acid in it, which is actually the same amount as in the Mandelic acid serum. It also has 5% niacinamide and 2% succinic acid in it and just under 1% sea kelp. I love the niacinamide, which is great for acne, rosacea, reducing inflammation, and hyperpigmentation, and I love that they've kept the concentration lower at 5%. Succinic acid is a promising antimicrobial acid, and the sea kelp is like a nice little antioxidant bonus. As for the texture, I find it to be really, really nice. I think it absorbs really well, but I find that it can feel like a little bit sticky if you're applying more of it, but it does dry down and kind of leaves like a smoothing, almost blurring finish. Overall, this is going to be best for you if you have oily skin. If you're confused between the Mandelic acid one and the salicylic acid one, like I was in the beginning, don't be. They're totally different. The Mandelic acid is a nighttime exfoliator while the salicylic acid is a daytime serum for helping you reduce the look of your pores and for oil control. Okay, so moving on to the retinol and rainbow algae serum. So I love retinol and I love the Inculus retinol for sensitive skin, so I was really excited to try this. But the thing with retinol is that there is a trade-off. Gentle usually means you won't see results as quickly as something that could be a little bit more irritating. This has encapsulated retinol in it, which gets slowly released into your skin, making it a little gentler. The concentration is equal to 0.2% retinol, but there's also 2% tranexamic acid in here too to help you with PIH and PIE. There's also some hydrating ingredients in there too to help you counter that potential drying from the retinol, which is really nice. This product kind of gives me similar vibes to the CeraVe Resurfacing Retinol Serum. It's also very gentle with the encapsulated retinol in it too. As for the texture, I do really like it. It's nice, but again, it can be a little harder to squeeze out of the tube, but it does absorb super well. Overall, it's a very gentle way to introduce retinol into your routine, and it's sensitive skin friendly. So moving on to the last product, the Niacinamide and Maracuja Moisturizer. This is another one I was also really excited to try at first. There's 5% niacinamide in it, which is actually the same percentage as in this salicylic acid serum, so I'm not sure if you really need both of these in one routine. Niacinamide is actually number 2 on the ingredient list after water, so this tells us that this is going to be a very, very light water-based moisturizer. There is some maracuja seed oil in it. Maracuja is just passion fruit, by the way, and marumu seed butter, but they're both quite low on the ingredient list. So again, it's not going to be the most hydrating. I wouldn't recommend this if you have dry skin. I felt like this really wasn't quite moisturizing enough for me to wear throughout the day. So some of you have mentioned not liking the smell, and there's no added fragrance in it, but it does smell a little bit like passion fruit, but like a more slightly sour version, like the real fruit, not like the really sweet one from Bath & Body Works. The texture of this is like a milky gel and absorbs really fast, but it does feel a little bit tacky, almost kind of like gummy, but I think it's just because I'm being super nitpicky. It does eventually dry down and leaves a velvety finish and almost kind of like a blurring effect, which I'm into. I know that a lot of you wanted a bit more product for $26, and I get where you're coming from, but the price really isn't that outrageous. It's similar to the First Aid Beauty moisturizers, and those are the exact same size. Overall, I think this could work for you if you have oily skin because it's not too heavy and it's got that niacinamide in it too, but if you have combo or drier skin, this is not going to be moisturizing enough for you. So is Selfless by Hyram right for you? I think overall the line is best if your skin is on the oilier side, or if you like gentle products, or your skin is more sensitive. Can you find similar products for less? Yes. Do you absolutely need them? No, but they're not gonna harm your skin, and honestly, some of the products are actually really good. So I'm really not mad at them. Basically, what I think it comes down to is if you've been watching Hyram's channel and he's helped your skin and you want to support him, then go for it. So I bought these products because I really love skincare and I get the vibe that he does too. I don't personally know him, but he seems like a really nice guy. Are there things that could be improved? Yes, but I think it's really easy for us to judge and criticize from the sidelines. It seems hella stressful launching a brand for the first time, having to see your face blown up on a huge billboard, and I'm sure it takes a lot of hours of work. This is Hyram's first launch, and I'm sure it's not gonna be his last. So I'm really excited to see where he takes it from here. A sunscreen maybe? All right, so that's it from me. Thanks so much for watching. I really hope you found this video helpful, and if it was, don't forget to give your girl a like and subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any more fun and informative skincare videos like this one. Love you guys, see you next time.